So why is one trade a day the consistency cheat code?
If you can only take one setup every day, you need to make sure that's a good setup or you're done for the day on a loss. And everyone finds it so difficult to stop on a losing trade. But with this system, you have no option to stop because you're locked out.
Yeah.
And then it forces you to be patient. It forces you to only execute when you're supposed to execute. It just forces you to do the things you know you're supposed to do. But then if you don't want to follow your system, you have no choice because it's automated.
And you get tired of yourself if you go in, you wait for 23 hours a day to go in, and then you take a shitty trade. You're gonna get tired of yourself really, really fast, which will make you like, okay, I'll just take a good trade.
This also makes people understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Like
Yeah.
it makes you slow down and it makes you zoom out. Yes, I can take one trade a day and that'll get me to my goal, but it'll take me a lot longer than, oh, I thought I can do it in a week.
Yeah.
But then it sets realistic goals, it sets process goals, and you just become better. You become more patient, you become more disciplined. It forces you to get better rather than it's like, oh, fuck, I had a good trading week and I overtraded, I'll do my account, I'll trade again. And just
Yeah.
keep doing that for years. I had a call with the guy. He's been trading, I think he said, for 5 years, and he still has that issue where he's a scalper, and I think he was telling me he had a 26-day winning streak, and on the 27th day, he blew all his accounts. And this is a guy that's been trading for 5 years. Like, just set up some blockers, man.
Yeah, when the technology is there,
Like,
why not use
it's
it?
that ego that I've been trading for 5 years that I don't need the blockers is the problem.
Exactly.
It's like, but bro, drop the ego. Like, that is so much money to blow in one day.
Yeah. That's it. That's it really, isn't it? Yeah. It's the one trade a day keeps you consistent because it's so hard to mess up.
And when you do mess it up, it's still only one trade.
Exactly. So it's 1 hour.
Yeah.
If you want to feel good and you want to trade and you still want to have a life, take the one trade. You're still going to make money. And the beauty of it is also that if you get really good at taking one trade a day, you can size up that trade. So the profit is going to be like two trades,
But it's still one trade a
but
day.
it's still one trade a day. So let's say even that, let's say it's just 1.5 a trade in profit. Does that make sense? But you have a higher win rate because it's higher quality. So you'll still make more money. And there's not a blowout after every 3 weeks because
Yeah.
you're just taking one
That's
trade.
the main one. That's the main one that
It is the main one.
for so long it affected me. Where I trade super well, and then 3 or 4 weeks into my winning streak, start again.
Yeah.
And then that's when it changed for me. To be honest, that was it. And
Yeah.
haven't
Such
looked
an
back.
easy fix.
Yeah. Such an easy fix. That's such a big problem. There's
Yeah.
a great stat I saw. This is slightly changing the topic, but it's also why we trade a low RR. Where you can look these up. You can look up these statistics online. But on Top Step, it shows you their most consistent, most profitable traders, and they're all averaging a 1.5 to 1 RR to a 1.5/1 to 1.
Yeah.
And they're the most profitable traders on Top Step.
That's
And
all you need.
And it's because they have a high win rate with low targets and they consistently win more than they lose. Then they can size up, they can do all this shit. If you're aiming to 3 to 1, 4 to 1, you're going to have them losing streaks which blow your accounts. Exactly. Unless you want to trade super small size on these prop firms in particular, that's fine. You can keep to that structure, but make sure you trade super small. Or if you want to size up a little bit, then you can aim lower.
Yeah, you have
Base
to have a
hits.
high win rate.
Yeah.